I first heard of Dr. Berkowitz from a commercial on radio, and I was interested in having additional hair restoration. I had had several prior procedures and I needed more. So after hearing his commercial, I came in to see him and to learn more about what he could do for me.
I saw one of his ads on the billboard, and then I ran into a sales representative of his at the gym, and everything went from there.
I had done some fairly extensive research on the internet and had emailed a number of people that I'd seen that had similar conditions to mine and about the same age. And what I found was that of the various procedures, this was about the closest that I could come to where I live to get the kind of quality of procedure that I'd wanted.
Well, really, I don't remember very much of the procedure. They give you a small sedative to take by mouth, and then you're laying face down on a comfortable surgical table, and I basically napped and slept for most of the procedure. I don't remember too much at all. In the middle of the procedure, we got up and I had a light snack, and then went back to have the end of the procedure, so it's really just sort of like taking a prolonged nap.
The whole process was surprisingly painless. I had expected for so much involvement in my scalp with 2,500 grafts to have been really something that I would have noticed, but I was delighted at how less the sensation was than what I expected.
Well, it was pretty simple. I mean, they just shave your head in the back a little bit, and it was pretty painless. Once I got back, to the house, it took a couple days where, I wore a hat and just kind of laid low at home. But from that point on, it healed easily, and you really couldn't tell anything, that I had a procedure at all. So it was painless.
Well, he did something entirely different. The neograft procedure is entirely different than I had 3 prior hair transplants using a different method. But what interested me is the neograft technology, and that's why I chose him to do my additional surgery.
Well, I feel good, just a lot better about myself, in the sense that I can actually have a part and comb my hair, I'm not Elvis by any means, but it's a lot better than where I was, and it makes me feel younger and just better. To be honest, I got a little tired of being made fun of, about not having hair.
Really, the naturalness of the results of Dr. Berkowitz struck me. A good way that I would put it is that he really has his hands on the controls of the time machine, which was exactly what I was looking for, because I was looking much older than I should have for the condition I was in. What
you see right now is what I certainly didn't have before the procedure. I really didn't have any significant hair in the front part of my head at all before this procedure. And now I'm very pleased because it looks pretty normal to me.
The nurses made me feel extremely at ease, which was a very good thing, because I've had dealings with medical industry for years. I work in hospitals, and they made it just like being right in my living room almost.
That was just very simple. I mean, you wish every place you went for medical or any type of procedure was this easy. They were just like friends, Brought me in, made me feel comfortable, showed me the procedure, and everything went right, according to plan.
Dr. Berkowitz and his staff are really friendly, but more importantly, they're very sensitive to the concerns, the fears of clients, patients, and they really make you feel comfortable with your questions and the day of the procedure. There's tremendous concern about your comfort during and after the procedure.
I'm really pleased that I made the selection of this group, because they actually had exceeded my expectations by a considerable amount. They were very professional, and the information that I'd read on the internet actually understated their effectiveness.
Yeah, I feel really strongly about having prior experience at other places, which was a good experience. But the NeoGraft with Dr. Berkowitz's team has really been a tremendous experience, which has made a big change in my life. It's really fulfilled all my expectations for hair restoration.
I'd definitely go back for a second treatment given the opportunity.
I wanted hair, and I think by investing in hair, I think it was well worth it. I recommend it to anyone.